What is the origin of the Sephardic surname Franco? Well, to understand this story, we first need to look back at Hebrew naming conventions since biblical times. Like many ancient peoples, the ancient Hebrews and Israelites named themselves based on patronymics. Patronymics is the convention of including a component of the father's name in the person's name. For instance, someone might be named Shimon ben Yosef, which means Simon, son of Joseph. A woman's name would similarly be Dvorah bat Levi, Deborah, daughter of Levi. Jacob ben Binyamin tells us that Jack's father was named Benjamin. And the father of Miriam bat Avraham was Abraham. One of the best known examples of patronymics from the Torah is when we talk about Joshua. Yoshua ben Nun means Joshua, the son of Nun. Joshua was Moshe's successor after Moshe passed away to lead the Jewish people. After the Romans destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD, many Jews were marched and taken to Rome as slaves and as prisoners. Over the centuries, some of these Jews gained their freedom and dispersed throughout Europe. For a time, France was a friendly place for Jews. But beginning in 629 CE, the expulsion of Jews from France began. Although many Jews left France at this time, many of the Jews in the south of France remained in France, in a region called Narbonne. Most of these Jews were merchants, and the French neighbors of these Jews liked these Jews very much, because these Jews assisted the French people in their rebellions against the French government. It was during this time that the earliest written records of Jews in France has been obtained. However, expulsions of Jews from France continued, and then the expulsions were revoked, and the Jews were expelled again, and then allowed to settle again, until 1394, when the final great expulsion of Jews from France took place. These are examples of how many French Jews dressed during these times. Well, people living in the south of France, if you were expelled from France, most likely you would go south into the neighboring country of Spain, and that's what they did. Almost all of the remaining French Jews in 1394 who had not already left for Spain left and settled in Spain. But these Jews had retained their patronymic names up until this time. They were still known as Isaac ben Joseph and Rachel bat David. Well, this didn't go over too well with the Spanish people. By this time, they were no longer using patronymics and were using surnames instead. So these Jews were told, you can't go by these patronymic names anymore in civilized Spain. Let's see, what will your last name be? Oh, you are a person from France. So your last name will be French person. You are no longer Yitzhak ben David. You are now Yitzhak French person. You are now Isaac French person. You are no longer Miriam bat Avraham. Now we will call you Miriam French person. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you watching who don't know, French person in Spanish is Franco. And that's how Sephardic Jews got the name Franco. Click the circle below left with a beautiful picture of the sea from the Jewish quarter of Rhodes to receive more free videos about Jews in Rhodes. And click the rectangle on the bottom right here to see a video about the history of Jews in Rhodes.